Whaling Town. 1. I stand in a whaling town, looking at a breakwall so far, and I want to lick a knife. Maybe it's Melville. I'm in New Bedford, driving to see jewelry on Acushnet. Most buildings empty, some makeshift and hopeful, Guatemalan rayanitos. Some full and somber, we buy gold. 10 blocks from St. Anthony, I see what might be. Folco, jewelers. A 1940s tan rock facade dripping in stains of dirt. I walk in, sweet old Italian couple. We've owned it since 1960. What was his name? Borkowski. An old man in headgear walks out, thumbing through a tome. What's that book, dear? She's never seen it. He doesn't answer. Where did he live? He asks. 86 Nye. He had a studio 8 blocks from there. The man flips to the back. A reverse telephone book, he says. This wasn't his store. I remember a place as a kid. Little cameras in the window. I used to go in. A little guy inside. How do you remember, dear? Cameras are my passion. Gliding his finger down a page, he pauses. Marcel? Yes. 1248 Acushnet. That was it. I used to go in there. He was a little guy. I want to have dinner with this couple. Instead, I drive south down Acushnet, crawling, and see the marquee, rusted. Frem's Jewelry. No longer his name, but his place. I know by the 2-story tenement on top. It's how he made his way, collecting rent, door to door. The light inside is dim like a museum in a lonely place. Paneled wood, nooks and crannies, brown. I feel I'm alone here, working. Long ago, taking pictures of fellow immigrants. I've never been here, but I have. A picture hangs in my house of my sister and me in Lederhosen, taken in this room 50 years ago, by Daju. A young couple peeks in, then walks in and asks, What's the pink stone in the window? Dunno, this was my great-grandfather's place. I walk to the back, a makeshift room, had to be his dark room. On my way out, breathing it all in fast, I hear the owner say, We don't take pawn, and the couple leans heavy on the glass. I head up to St. Anthony, walking his path home. Polish signs gone, Portuguese signs few, Central American signs new, and a man on the corner is selling lawn ornaments from the back of his van of Chucky and Mario and bulldogs. At Nye and Acushnet, it is calm, and I walk up the steps of St. Anthony, red and rusted, daunting and European. The doors are locked. I go to the side. A surveillance sign says, Be back soon. I walk around and run into a food pantry line, of all colors and new shapes, from Acushnet all the way to a yellow house, near the unloading of pallets of food. He lived on the first floor of this yellow house, with Zush, and Mutter, and Linda, my mother. I send a pic. Yes, that was it, Linda replies. The kids played in the churchyard. If their balls came across the street, Dodgy would often confiscate them. You see, I met him a couple times, reel-to-reel clips in my head. Once I splashed water on him, and he was not happy. He did not speak English to me. One more memory, purple plastic drapes in a room filled with smoke. He came from East Poland at 20, after his family was shot, after the Great War. There was not a lot of small talk, and that was fine with me. What I did know as a child, he knew his debits and credits, and he made sense. 2. A lady in a gown is at the back door of the church. Hello? Did you ring the bell? Yes. She leads me into the cathedral, dipping her hands in holy water. I confess I'm not Catholic, so no dip. You can stay and take pictures. I won't be long. St. Anthony in New Bedford is St. Peter's in a whaling town in America. I walk to the altar under its towering saints and sit on cracking wood in the first pew. I say a prayer. I'm not sure what, but I do, and listen for God. I hear it. Sirens outside. St. Anthony's bells, ringing in a whaling town. Sirens and food lines. I crane my neck to see the organ pipes and walk out into fading fall light and turn to my hotel by the water. Early this morning, a captain in front of his boat, Rebecca, with a rusted wheelchair strapped to the deck, told me in a Portuguese accent. That was long ago. The whale ships used Pier 3. I walk Pier 3 now. Santa Maria, Jenny Lee, Quincy 2, Elizabeth Catherine, Temptress, Growler, Seawolf, Beth Ann. Halogen lights hang in metal rigging, in the droll of diesel in this working harbor, at the mouth of the Acushnet River on Buzzards Bay. This is a place you never hear about in America, but to these cobbles he came, the city that lit the world. Of course here. He came for freedom and work and to escape death, selling on the street. Today, a Central American sells lawn ornaments, 50 steps from where my Polish great-grandfather sold pictures 100 years earlier. Both of them coming to a city, a system, a people, and a country that lights the world. This dream is not fading. Far from it. The people doing the bleeding write this story. Strolling down the harbor, past pilings and phosphor-lit gulls, I think, I would not be walking if not for you, Daju.